Is scarcity mindset making you messy and broke? That's what we're going to find out right now. I find this concept of scarcity mindset really fascinating because I realize this is something that I used to struggle with money. And basically, scarcity mindset is if you are struggling financially now or you were in the past and it's caused anxiety about your inability to provide for yourself or your family. So you're always worried you're not going to have enough money, right, in the future. And the truth is, the real problem with this is that it creates what's called the scarcity cycle, which actually costs you money and makes you broke and has other negative things too. I'm going to explain it to you because it's like blew my mind when I found out what this is. And I realized this was a huge issue for me for a long time. What happens is we are worried that we're not going to have enough money. And we're worried that we're not going to be able to provide for our family or ourselves. And so when we do get a little bit of money, like a paycheck, we immediately feel like, well, we better buy things, we better spend it before it's gone. So we better shop for things on sale, we better buy in bulk, we better the money, we better spend it before it's gone so we can get the things before we're not able to get them anymore. And what happens is now we are back to having no money, which causes us fear and anxiety again. Because we always feel broke. Our bank account's always too low. There's always this crushing anxiety about money. But then as soon as we get money, because we're anxious it's going to be gone too fast, we spend it right away. And this scarcity cycle, as they call it, what actually is happening is really fascinating. It's reinforcing the fact that our stuff, the stuff we buy, the belongings, the food we're buying in bulk, whatever it is safety and security because we don't trust the money. Because the money can slip away, the money can be gone, the money can be spent. That doesn't feel like safety, money in the bank. Stuff feels like safety. And so we overbuy things on sale and we stock up. And it becomes this crazy cycle that now includes clutter. And we look around and we see our stuff and we're like, oh, this is security, this is safety. And the more stuff we have, the safer we feel. And this is all subconscious. This is all going in the back of our brain, if this makes sense. Like we're not aware that this is what's happening, but basically it's this underlying fear of I have to get the stuff today because the money's going to be gone tomorrow. The worst part of this death spiral of clutter and scarcity and money insecurity, this horrible death spiral that we're on, is our house is really cluttered and we never have money because we constantly spend it because we're worried we're never going to have money. But the worst part is marketing, that this is reinforcing, because the truth is businesses, companies know that scarcity mindset is a thing. They know that it motivates us to buy more because we're terrified. And so when you walk into a place like Costco, here's an example of something that this store does. You'll see on the end caps a lot, they'll have things that they hardly ever get. The waffle maker, it's on sale and it's a great price. And they never get waffle makers or coffee makers or whatever it is, Calvin Klein pants. And the reason that that's marked so low and the reason that they don't have that all the time is on purpose. It's because you are like, I better buy this today because it's going to be gone tomorrow. And even more than that, you think every week, I better go to Costco this week to see what they have because if I wait, it's going to be gone. And you went to Costco to get food, not a waffle maker or Calvin Klein pants. And now you're walking out with stuff you didn't need and don't really even want because they've scared you into buying it. Because it's going to be gone if you don't buy it now. They don't restock these things on a regular basis on purpose. And companies go even further, which is disgusting. And they purposely short stock items. They purposely back order items to stores so that there are empty shelves and there are things that you can't get that you want. So purposely understocking stuff, purposely having things that you can't get right now reinforces the fear and the scarcity mindset. And stores also do things like buy 3, get 1 free, or drastic sale, on sale now, don't wait, buy now, save now, this will be gone quickly. Again, this is reinforcing that scarcity mindset. They want you to be afraid and have anxiety because that's how you impulse buy more. And the more you buy, the less money you have. And the less money you have, the more you want to buy. And this cycle continues and it's horrible. and terrifying, because what we really are trying to do is provide for our families and feel safe and have security. Except now our brain thinks stuff is safety and security, not money in the bank. And so when emergency comes, or we have to pay rent, or we need to pay medical bills, we don't have cash, we have stuff. And stuff can't feed us, and stuff can't fix us, and stuff can't keep us warm. And so why is that happening in our brain? Because we're stuck on the cycle. So how do we break the scarcity cycle? How do we stop this and finally start being able to see money as safety instead of stuff? The first step is pretty easy. You're doing it right now. You are becoming aware of what's actually going on, because this is a subconscious thing. We're not aware that this is how our brain is working. We're not aware that we're trapped on this hamster wheel. So stepping back and looking at the big picture is most definitely step one. Step two hurts, okay? Step two is the most important thing though, and that is to let go of the stuff and feel the pain. And this takes baby steps, because right now you see stuff as security and safety and protection against financial ruin, but your stuff isn't money. Your stuff can't feed you. But the way to switch your brain back is to slowly get things out. So start with trash. Start with things that you don't even like, because every time you let something go, it's telling your brain stuff isn't forever. Stuff can leave too. Stuff can go too. This isn't safety. It's just things I bought. And it's hard and it's painful and you're not going to want to do it, but you only have to let go of the things that you're not using and you don't love, so that you can get to step three, which is the pain is the cure. The next time you're at the store and you see something on sale, or it's buy now, or it's that waffle maker at Costco at the end and it's only $20, regular $60, you're going to be like, I don't want to have to declutter that later. Because you know that stuff doesn't stay in your house forever, that you're letting go of things you're not using, and you're going to stop and think, I would rather have the money. And that's how you know you're getting off for good. And every time you make that decision, ooh, that I want to be impulsive and buy it. Ooh, but I don't want to have the pain of decluttering it. I would rather have the money. You're slowly building wealth in the bank. And before you know it, not only are you decluttering a bunch of stuff from your home so you're not like living in mess anymore, but now you have enough money in the bank that when an emergency comes, you feel safe. Even without an emergency, you're like, this is safety. Money is safety. My savings account is security. You're no longer worried that it's going to be gone next week because you're no longer spending it, right? You're no longer like bleeding it out. That's how you break the cycle for good. And I hope this makes sense to you. Like, it's a slow process. I'm not going to say overnight you're just going to get off the cycle, but I know it's possible and I want that for you. Do me a favor and let me know in the comments below, and let other people watching this video if you've ever struggled with scarcity mindset, because I think the truth is it's way more prevalent than we would ever realize. I know a ton of people who struggle. I used to struggle. My husband, I feel like, still kind of struggles with this a little bit. If you've struggled financially, your parents have struggled financially, even if it was 20 years ago, you might still be in that scarcity mindset. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you next time. Hey guys, thanks so much for those of you who have stayed to the end. I want to share a quick story with you to see if anyone else can relate. Like, am I crazy? I think I might be crazy. We were running late because I stopped at Tim Hortons one day when I had to drop the kids off at school, and Abby had an exam in the morning, so it was a very stressful situation. We had a lot of time, but I stopped at the coffee shop and it was a long line, so I went in. By the time I came out with said coffees and went to start Joe's truck, it wouldn't start because the battery in his key fob had died. And now, what do? And I'm panicking, and the kids are panicking because if they're late, they're going to fail this exam. And so I called Joe and I'm like, Joe, help, 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 help. And he's like, what? I'm like, help. And he's like, what is the help? Hurry, help. He's like, what's the problem? And I'm so panicked that I'm not actually saying what the problem is. But then I'm like, your key fob died and the truck won't start. Quick, tell me how to start it. Hurry, we're going to miss the exam. Say it, Joe. Say how to start it. Is there something I can do? And he's like, why don't you take a deep breath? No, friends. In the time it took him to say, why don't you take a deep breath, he could have told me how to start the truck. So now I'm upset and I'm screaming, stop saying things like that. Just tell me how to start the truck. This is ridiculous. How do you start the truck? Just say it. Just say it, Joe. Hurry, just spit it out. Just say the words. And he's like, breathe in. You need to calm down. In the time it would take you to tell me to calm down, you could tell me how to start the truck. And I want to say that this didn't go on for like 5 minutes, but it did. It was a long time of me screaming, just say it, and to him saying, calm down first so I can say it. I don't know why I have to be calm for you to tell me. Eventually we got the truck started. Abby's screaming, Izzy's screaming, I'm screaming. It's pure chaos. We figured out you actually take the cup holder apart and you put the key fob down into the abyss. What kind of a man designed this? Okay, so anyways, we get to school, pure chaos for the past 10 minutes. And then Abby's like, hey mom, thanks for the coffee. Have a great day, bye. And she's totally fine. And guess who else is totally fine? This girl, right? And I come back and I'm like, hey Joe, I got you a coffee. And he's like, were you not just screaming like a maniac for 15 minutes? And I'm like, yeah, but that was 5 whole minutes ago. New me. That's forgotten. Let me know in the comments below if you're more like me or more like Joe. That rattled him for like half a day. He was upset. I was fine as soon as it was over. Anyways, let me know in the comments below and I'll see you guys next time.